Good morning, happy birthday. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. You see, every day is your birthday. Why wait to start living a life you love? Why not start right now? Right now, let's go, come on. Okay, and a new thing for my recordings, for those of you who've ever heard me talking about breathing before, look at this sun, it's interesting, isn't it? I'm going to start off with a little breathing exercise, just a really simple one. There's a bigger version of this, but if you're ever dealing with panic or anxiety or anything like this is a good technique for this. It's effectively a similar sort of thing to breathing into a paper bag. You've heard that story before. And basically you just take a deep breath in, hold it for 5 seconds, breathe in for 5, hold for 5, and then breathe out for 5, like you're blowing out your birthday candles, because it is your birthday today after all, because every day is your birthday. So let's try that, shall we? Ready? All right. In for 3, in for 5 rather. In through your nose, hold it, and then blow out your candles. On your cake. Happy birthday, everybody. Really good technique there. Anyway, we are going to talk about revolutionary love in a minute. Really cool. There's a link to the website in the Michelle, happy birthday for yesterday. There is a link in the description to the website for revolutionary love. I saw her on CNN. Valerie Kaur, K-A-U-R. Anyway, really cool stuff. And she did some clever things which we'll talk about in a minute. But first of all, let's say happy birthday to the people whose birthdays it actually is today. Sam Rollins, who is an accountant, I know that for sure. Richard, and unfortunately I forgot to copy everybody's surnames, so don't know all your surnames, but Sam, Richard and Paul, who are today's birthday party people, happy birthday to you guys. Tell us in the description what you do, and tell people how they can buy stuff from you. And also, apologies for yesterday, Michelle, who was watching a minute ago, I'm not sure she still is, but anyway, hello Michelle, happy birthday to you and your little girl. Lovely to see you, must catch up at some point properly. Happy birthday also to Mia, Matthew and Shannen White. I don't think you're related in any way, shape or form, but happy birthday to both of you for yesterday. Joe, I'm not sure who Joe is, and Nicole Anderson, who I think is an American lady, black I think. Can't remember, but I think so. If you're not, sorry, that's just how it is. And of course, Jade Lewis. There was 2 Jade Lewises on my list, both the same person as far as I can tell. But Jade Lewis, who is a dog behaviouralist in Australia, in Queensland. So if you're in Queensland and you need your dog to behave better, Jade's your girl. Jade's your girl. She used to live here in Gloucestershire. She used to come to my workshops, or she came to a couple of my workshops anyway, back in 2005 before she moved to Australia. 2015, sorry, I should say. Okay, back on to revolutionary love. This was very cool. This comes off the back of the new presidential election that happened a couple of days ago. Sorry I missed yesterday, by the way. I did keep on meaning to do one of these lives, but from home in my regular clothes and indoors, not outdoors, but just couldn't get around to it. There was a number of things that happened yesterday and it just kept on being, I need to do that first, need to get that finished first, and never got around to it basically, so that's why I missed yesterday. But I really did want to talk about how it felt like there was a collective sigh of relief from the world. That breathing technique kind of idea came from that as well. And Valerie was talking about how it feels like we've been in this place of darkness for a while, and that we've now come out and into the light. And she said, but what we weren't, that darkness place we were in was not a tomb, it was a womb, and now we're being rebirthed. And the same with 2020 and 2021 from the pandemic perspective. So it's not just the American presidency, but just a whole bunch of things around the world, and how it's all been a bit dark and things going in the wrong direction. And I feel like there's a big, huge, great shift. Hello Matthew, happy birthday for yesterday. Huge, great shift in the collective consciousness of the world towards a brighter future, a better future. Now the cynics will say no, but those of us with a positive outlook who love positivity and can see a better future, we can see the better future basically. So yeah. So she talked about revolutionary love coming out of the womb rather than out of the tomb, and she was also talking about, because this is something that really resonated with me, she was talking about reaching across the aisle in America a little bit, but also reaching out to those people who have been negative and anti-positivity kind of thing to a certain extent. The people in our lives who we kind of rail against and feel angry with because they're not seeing the positivity. They're always negative and down and anti things. and not particularly helpful in building together. So we want to build things together, build across, and make connections with those people. And the way she said that was, which is really clever, which was saying that those people have got a lot of unresolved grief and pain that they need to, that's how they're expressing it. That anger is coming from an unresolved grief and pain. And that's really cool, because it allows you to have more compassion for the other person and recognise that it's not really their fault that they're that angry and upset. It's because they don't feel heard, they don't feel seen, they don't feel loved, and that's why they're acting that way. Hello, Wendy, again. Here you go. Sorry I missed yesterday, and thank you for your positive words about my positivity. I'm talking about positivity. There you go. Revolutionary love. That's what we're talking about today. Great website. Go have a look at it. It's talking about inclusivity and connecting people up and so forth, and talking about leading with love. And you'll notice at the end of every single one of my videos, I will send you the love, blow you some kisses, and send you out into the world to spread my love to everybody else around you, and find somebody you love in your life and tell them you love them. So there you go. But, and here's the key point I was making, about the other people who we don't love and we hate, and creates frustration inside ourselves, and me as well. I've definitely felt it. I felt this hate, this anger towards other people myself, because they've kind of created this anger inside me, inside my body. This why are they so negative, and why can't they see the light, and why can't they see the positivity, why can't they see the goodness, as opposed to all the negativity and the badness, and it really frustrated me. But now I can see how I can be compassionate towards them and see that they're just in a lot of pain, and they need to be seen and heard and loved, and then maybe they'll start to see the light and see the positivity in the world. So we need to go out into the world with compassion to even the people that we dislike, that we hate. Let's try not to hate them anymore. Let's see them with compassion and love, and give them love, and help them to see the light that we can all see that's coming soon. I just had a really good conversation this morning with the guys over at Pangea who make bamboo towels. Sounds weird when it's said like that, doesn't it? Really nice towels made out of bamboo. Well, not nice towels, they're travel towels, so they're kind of lightweight things. So wouldn't replace your towels at home necessarily, but they do replace the microfiber towels that people use when traveling and so forth, which of course is plastic and bad for the environment. And every towel you buy from Pangea, PANGEA.com, I think, or Pangea Movement. I think it's called Pangea Movement actually. They will take plastics out of the oceans. They're based in Bali, so I'm going to go and see them in September, which is fantastic. They clear out rivers and plastics off beaches and things. So it's all really good things. So I was having a conversation with them this morning about how we need to be looking for a way of taking all that plastic and turning it back into something that could be biodegradable and that could make the world a better place, that will help make the environment better, as opposed to necessarily, because they were talking about making them into plastic bricks to make houses, and I was like, yeah, that's all very well, but and that's great in the short term, but longer term we need to look at something else. And then I started thinking about, well, maybe making them into wind turbines or solar panels or something like that, so that this plastic actually then becomes something that actually is good for the environment as opposed to just negative. And then somebody said to me the other day, I said, it was like, even though we've had less flights and less cars and so forth on the roads, the net carbon footprint has gone up, and somebody was saying, well, why hasn't it gone down? And the little thing I came up with this in Twitter was, that's because 10 plus 1 is still less than 10 plus 4, but it's still more than 10 minus 1. And that's the difference. We're at 10 now, and we need to take stuff off the 10. We've just added a little bit to it now. Just added a little bit, as opposed to before we were adding a lot. And now we need to start taking things away. We need to start taking that carbon down. Or carbon capture devices that you could make out of this plastic. I don't know. These are all just ideas we were kicking around this morning, which is fantastic. Anyway, and that's why I'm a little bit late out today. But anyway, there you go. That's my thing. Send your love out into the world. Find revolutionary love. Have compassion for the people who annoy you and frustrate you and make you angry. Show them your love and compassion, and take on the world and make the world a better place. That's my message for you today. And if you want to learn more about how to control your mind and get your own mind under control, I've got a course coming up on the 7th of February. 7-day challenge. If you're interested in knowing that, then let me know. That'd be cool. Hello, David, by the way, one of my first clients, one of my first big successes as well. I hope you're still watching. Lovely to see you on here. Take care. I love you too. And Zarina as well. I noticed you're on here as well. Lovely to see you too. Very beautiful lady. Can't wait to see you again in person. Take care, guys. Big love. Bye for now.